Hello, I'm Gordon Lane, editor of CameraLabs.com, and I'd like to give you a brief video tour around the Canon PowerShot A640. Here it is, the A640, successor to the A620, and if you are familiar with that camera, you'll see that Canon's kept pretty much the same body shape and design. Now that makes the A640 quite a large compact camera. It's certainly one you'd be carrying around more in a bag or a coat pocket than something you'd slip into a shirt pocket. But this in turn gives the A640 certain advantages over normal compact cameras. For example, look at the size of that grip. There really is something to hold on to with this camera, unlike the flush front surfaces of most compacts. You also notice a mode dial here. The A640, along with automatic and scene presets, has full manual control along with aperture and shutter priority. It's a great camera if you want to have some creative options. It also has a 4x optical zoom lens that's slightly longer than the average 3x zooms, and its closest focusing distance is a pretty remarkable 1 centimetre. That makes the A640 fantastic if you're into macro photography. So far, so good, but so far also so similar to its predecessor. All of these features were present on the last model, so what's new with the 640? Well, Canon's increased the resolution from 7.1 to 10 megapixels, it's increased the maximum sensitivity from 400 to 800 ISO, and, physically speaking, it's increased the screen size from 2 to 2.5 inches. Now, the A620 had a fully flip out and twist screen, and what sometimes happens when manufacturers increase the size of the screen is you lose that facility. Thankfully that's not the case with the A640. The screen still flips out, twists round, which allows you to take pictures over the heads of crowds or at really low angles. It's great if you don't like scrabbling around on the floor and allows for some really creative options. To see how it works in practice, let's take it outside. We're outside with the A640, and the first thing worth mentioning is there's an optical viewfinder in addition to the main colour screen. These are handy to have if, for example, it's slightly too bright to see the screen properly, or maybe your batteries are running out and you want to eke every last minute out of them. Either way, they're increasingly rare these days on compacts, so it's nice to see Canon including one on the A640. Let's see how long it takes to power up. That took about 1.2 seconds, which isn't bad for a compact that needs to extend its lens. Now let's check the zoom range. Here we are, zoomed all the way out, and here all the way into 4x, and all the way back out again. Now one of the nice things about the A640 is it allows you to have quick and easy access to a number of settings by pressing the function button here. If I press it, you'll see a menu has appeared on the screen that allows you to change things like the ISO, the white balance, drive mode, special effects, and even settings like the flash compensation, metering mode and picture quality. It's great to have quick and easy access to these settings. Now let's check the playback. You do that by flicking the switch up here, and here are some pictures that we took earlier. As always, you can zoom in on pictures and zoom out to present a series of thumbnails. I'd just like to show you the movie mode before moving on. Here we go, and by pressing this button we can start playing it. As you can see, this is pretty smooth. This was taken with the 640x480 VGA mode and at 30 frames per second. It's very smooth and it looks great when you connect it to a TV set. It's nice to have the option on a camera like this. The Canon A640 is certainly a very powerful compact camera. It's got fantastic exposure control, and the flip out screen allows you to be really creative with unusual angles. The 10 megapixel resolution, so long as you use it at relatively low sensitivities, is also capable of capturing a massive amount of detail. But it's not all good news. The screen on the back is slightly low resolution, and when you look at pictures, sometimes you have to zoom in a bit on them in order to see whether people have blinked in the background. But if it's a choice between a high resolution screen or one that flips out, we'll always go for one that flips out. The A640 also uses AA batteries, 4 of them. Now some people consider this a great advantage because you can nip into any shop to buy a spare set should they run out. But that's something you have to do straight away with the A640. Canon may supply it with a set of disposable alkalis, but once these are gone, you're on your own, so you should budget for a set of rechargeables straight away. As we mentioned earlier, it's also pretty big and heavy for a compact camera, so it's certainly not one for you if you're after something to slip into a small pocket or maybe the front of your shirt. But apart from that, it's a really great camera. It's particularly well suited to a beginner who wants to explore photography a bit more and be more creative in the future as they learn. It's also a great choice if you're a digital SLR owner who wants a compact to carry around as a backup but doesn't want to compromise on creative control. In these respects, the A640 is a great camera and comes highly recommended. To see how it performs against other cameras and to find out more about its unique features and capabilities, check out our full review online at www.cameralabs.com.